friends, we are about to dive into episode 11 of One Punch Man, titled The Varieties of Pride. Genos was in the main thumbnail, so obviously we're going to deal with Genos' pride and his issues with, being the best. We haven't really, in my opinion, gotten much of Genos actually this season, but it seems that he's been going through a lot in his head, so I'm curious to see how that'll come into play. I'm sure there's some OVAs there who that might explain more of some of the interactions and stuff that I've missed. Again, I said this last reaction, but I'll say it again. If you know where I can find all the OVAs and maybe in one sitting or a best place to watch them, that'd be really great. If I don't react to them, I at least want to watch them because it would be nice to kind of get more fleshed out things. Anime is so odd where sometimes the show has a set amount of seasons and that's it. It's not going to go more. Even though sometimes it's always the ones that have that, there's some series that you're just like, but I want another season. Come on, Sakura Quest or, what else is there? Little Witch. Gosh, I want another season of Little Witch so bad. As well as Orange High School Host Club. They're wonderful in their just single seasons, but you want a little bit more. And then there's some shows where you're like, hey, it's going to have a certain amount of seasons and that's it. And there's some animes where they could have more seasons, but for whatever reason we're not getting more. It's a little frustrating. So I guess this show would be one of them. But I've really enjoyed watching the series. I feel like even though Saitama really hasn't changed at all throughout the series, a lot of characters around him have changed to some degree, as well as I feel like the audience has changed a little bit in terms of how they view and react to the characters. I keep forgetting this Alice episode was a very fierce reminder how, graphic One Punch Man is compared to, My Hero Academia. I prefer the My Hero Academia level of it. Some of the One Punch Man stuff is, so squicky, but it does kind of, because of how squicky it is, it does bring this really, and My Hero Academia can as well, but there was definitely a severe heaviness to a lot of moments. Especially this season. Again, even though people have complained about the animation, which, to be honest, is not that big of a difference. I really haven't noticed it that much. But the writing, I think, this season is really solid and really fun. I love how we started with thinking that Gara was going to be the villain, but then it turned into actually the Villain Association, which I guess had a little bit of a reference to it even at the end of last season. And I thought when they referenced the monster in City Z, they were talking about Saitama, but there actually are monsters in City Z hiding literally in Saitama's backyard, which is so funny. And they are ready to go. We know that the samurai are looking for them. We know that they're in City Z, so there's other places, and of course Saitama, being the idiot that he is just unaware of everything. So of course we're gonna see all the characters struggle around him to fight the good fight. Until he, finally is like, oh, this is happening. Maybe I should go. And then, takes it all in one punch. So, last season was a lot about his growth, about finding someone to fight. And this time, I think it's more of everybody else's growth around him. Which makes sense because we saw this intro versus last season's intro, is that we get way more characters in this intro versus last season. So again, we are focusing a lot less on Saitama and Genos, a lot more on people around him, the world around him. So that which allows us to kind of really feel for these characters, to see them struggle, get frustrated, either with their behavior or with, things happening to them. Which makes the arrival of Saitama all the more wonderful. So of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is a follow-along version, so you're going to see a countdown timer, because I cut out the audio and part of the visual. It's a page I ripped out of Tiabu's book. Go check out Tiabu's reactions. He's really great. He's just really funny, and he reacts to a lot of stuff. Way more than I will ever be able to get to. He's just all things anime. So go check him out. But again, there will be a countdown timer, so you can do a follow-along via YouTube if you'd like. If not, there's a link to a information below. You can check that out too. So without further ado, let's dive in. Peace. Dude's either gotta step down or what? I wonder if the kid's gonna run out in the middle. That poor kid. I like his voice. Has some issues with the Class S heroes, does he? It is, that's true, he's right. It's true. It's very political. There's the poison. That man is struggling though. He's still set on that. So it's like that cup game where you like put the ball in. So when he swings at the cup, the ball comes out. Reminds me of, well, he's probably in a snake pose. Snake. I don't know who to root for in that fight, actually, because part of me kind of wants him to win, so that way the kid, his view of heroes isn't completely destroyed, because they're still heroes. But then if they like destroy him, his view of heroes will be utterly just crushed. So I'm kind of curious, and I'm not quite sure how I want that fight to win out. Like, I don't want anyone to die. But Garo has grown on me in a very strange way. He's still set on becoming a monster. But as you see in his visual there, he wants to take the hard, long way. He wants to, just like with martial arts, he wants to work his way up to earning the right of being a monster, not taking the... So I'm curious to see if he's ever offered that thing, if he'll reject it, because to him, that's the easy way out. He'll view it like a sign of weakness. We haven't seen Sonic yet, but we do know the end of... Not last episode, but before. He, I guess you gotta eat the cells raw because his body could not, could not take it. But it looks like Genos and Garo are gonna be the ones really facing off in the end, which I think is way more fitting. Because both of them have a lot to work through. Oh, I just noticed all the different, like, heroes, like, silhouettes in the background. Interesting. Garo's background. He'd be a little stronger. Again, that little empath thing. Empathy's not always a good thing. It's kind of like a reminder of that. Slightly lost his, Dang! Oh, I wonder if he's doing this thing that's called, Oh, I forget what it's called. Dang it. Like, I'm not allowed to have one. That's kind of funny. Ah! Battery's running low. He's amazing, actually. I am quite impressed by him. Oh, no. Don't miss anything. Dang. Oh, gosh. He's taking them out fast. So he's the one with the... What's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's Ultra Instinct. I'm not sure. Putting him down. His arm's kind of out of commission. Oh, interesting. He's moving away from the kid. Oh, so he's looping back around, huh? Grabbing tree roots. Jeez, this guy's impressive. I am impressed by him. I guess in some ways this allows the kid to, like... Kind of. Interesting, so he was part of her group, actually. Then Saitama showed up. Nice. He's so awesome. See, this entire season is about people's growth around him and being affected by Saitama. I love that. Get out from under her shadow and be something more. Ooh, nasty. I mean, the one good thing is that it keeps the kid from... Ooh, he's taking them out badly. That was nasty. Oh my gosh, his face! He's so trying so hard to block the to protect that kid. Is he trying to be a monster? Why is that door so red? He did protect that. Is he trying to be a monster? What is he doing? Saw that coming. He's so intense. Sometimes it's so interesting. It's like he gets torn down, and then he's like, boom. Let his anger get to him. It kind of does. You got issues, brothers. Just gotta stop calling him Mister. It's not that. Oh, kind of feel bad for him there. It kind of sucks because he kind of ended up saving the kid. Ow. He's in terrible shape. I think the man was running on adrenaline there. No, what's arriving now? Is that Genos? It is Genos! Dang. I was not expecting that ending. My gosh, Garo was your dad. Now he's gotta face Genos, who's on some kind of warpath. Is that a new shirt? Not important. Like how I pulled back and went. He's breaking his ribs. He is just taking him out. Dang. Garo's doing his best to, like, block him. Ooh, a knee to the face. Again, you gotta move, Garo. Jeez. Genos is not holding back. So dramatic. I think he's starting to understand what his ability is. He beat you. I mean, now he has like to lose. He kept losing. Spam the same. Oh, interesting. He was like hit the same button, and the other guy was just. Because you lose and you're a sore loser. Yes, because he kept losing. And he knows he's going to win against monsters. So even King lives there, near there, actually. But I guess even King lives in that area, too. Maybe you should, buddy. He's not a tank doll person, though. That is a new shirt, isn't it? Oh, and he has a hard time with multiple styles, like multiple, like legs, like moves not on two legs. Ooh, ripped his arm off. That's a new arm. That sucks. Didn't see that one coming. That means getting attention that he wants. Still call him a nobody. Ticked him off for that. The animation this episode, I think at that moment's actually pretty freaking good. I quite like it. The way, like, his hair, the way the eyes, the way his mouth moves. I love it. Ooh. Wouldn't that have crushed him? I guess he got out from under it. Ooh, look at his eye. He either is monster frying or he broke a blood vessel in his eye. Oh, maybe he is monster fine. He is pretty close to monster fine, though. Getting closer and closer. You know what I have to say? It's really freaky when you hear voices and speaking, but you don't see lips moving. There are some pretty powerful ones. Oh, that's a lot of them, though. They're not powerful, but there's tons of them. Yeah, upgrades, buddy. Upgrade! Are you? That's his goal. Now he's gonna find Saitama. Oh my gosh. Fang just boom came and knocked him out. I knew they were gonna come and stop him, but I just wasn't expecting it with Genos. So is his style more wind-like then? And the other guy's is water then? Bang a bomb. They're fit guys. He's halfway to his monsterness though. Look at him. I really don't think his hair is red because he got blood through it. And he burst an eye. Even though his eye looks like what happens when you burst a vessel in your eye. I think he's like partly monsterfied. It's gonna be a fun fight. We're not getting it this episode, are we? No. I think so. His glasses back then. He just fell asleep. So he took care of him. Ooh, that's monstrous. Yeah, we're not getting the full fight, though. So, what Garo is good at is adapting other styles to his body. And a true martial artist, and I only know this because I've heard this from other martial artists say over and over again, a true martial artist, especially, is a studier of multiple styles. Now, they might have their favorite style, but they learn from other styles constantly. A lot of stuntmen learn multiple styles of martial arts because it helps them be very diverse and very adaptable in a situation. And that's true of, like, even, like, there's, like, different fencing styles, so different styles work different ways. So what's cool about Garo is his adaptability, and I guess that's what we see with his body, is that every time he fights, he gets used to the pain, and somebody explained to me what actually is going on, but I can't remember what it was exactly. What's going on with his body. But we do see him adapt quite a bit, and which is fascinating, because again, we see throughout season 2 is Saitama telling people to grow, to adapt, to move forward. And Garo's straight ahead. But I am... The Wiping of the Disciples' Butt. That's a funny title. But I am excited for the last 2 episodes to see exactly what will take place between them. But let's talk about this. Well, of course, what's really fun about this episode was something did come true, which I guess last episode, is that Bang and Bomb did interrupt, did stop, because their goal is to stop Garo from becoming the monster he wants to become. So the idea that they defeat him, and you see as he's been facing these other heroes and then facing Genos, and then finally kind of accepting the loss of that kid liking him, you kind of get to see him kind of become more and more of a monster. And right now, what they're trying to do is to stop that process. And hopefully, if they stop it, it'll kind of reverse back. And again, Garo still wants to do his own thing, so he doesn't really care for the Monster Association. He's like, go away. I don't want to deal with you. Leave me alone. Because he wants to do things his way. He doesn't have time to mess with these guys in his mind. And they're just like, no, you're coming with us. But of course, no, I mean, Genos, like, took them out, and now, which was pretty easy, because they all look very low-level monster-y. There's a lot of them, so they can kind of overwhelm you. So, odds are, I think Garo would have taken them out, too, because he has no patience for them. And again, there's no... Right now, I was going to say there's no loyalty amongst monsters. And that's true. But there's definitely no loyalty. But now that there is loyalty, to some degree amongst monsters. Mainly because if they disobey Orochi, I guess is his name, they will die. But, or get eaten, which is very, very gross. But I'm curious to see if we'll see Super S, if we'll see her again taking on our Hurricane Lady and Tornado. That'd be really fun. Blizzard and Tornado. That'd be really cool to see. But it looks like Saitama might show up at the end of the fight. It says the wiping the disciples' butt, so I'm curious to see if Genos will, be humbled a little bit via Saitama, but the idea is to expect Garo to be humbled by his master. Which I actually kind of am looking forward to a little bit, but there's only a couple episodes left, so I'm curious to see if we'll even get to the Heroes Association, the Villains Monsters Association before the end. Yeah. Interesting. Fascinating. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.